Hi, this is Joe Kempe with the iPod Repair Clinic. Another in a series of repairs. I've been repairing iPods since 2003, and this was my first iPod that I was ever exposed to, the third generation iPod. The way you know that it's a third generation is it's got 4 buttons across the top, and they're all touch sensitive. As you see, it's a fully functional iPod. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to show you how to properly disassemble this iPod. So first thing you want to do is to push the hold button across so that it becomes null and void here. What we're going to do is expose a crack in the side that we can gain access to opening the iPod. I use a paring knife very gently and putting just use a small motion to open it up. Once you have it open, just kind of be very gentle and don't be too aggressive. Just maybe ease out the cover a little bit. What you're going to want to do is kind of pull it back and make sure that you don't rip the headphone jack, because it's very, very sensitive. It's probably the most sensitive headphone jack, probably of the entire family of iPods. First thing you want to do is to pull the battery cable off, and so that you'll have no problems with this waking up. And you can pull the battery out. Some batteries are put underneath the board. This particular one was changed recently, and the battery is, I had the cable going over. But if you have to take the battery out, you would use a Torx screwdriver, loosen the one screw, and then go in and just kind of pry it up on the very, very right side. Okay, once you have that open and out, you can go ahead and take off the hard drive cable. And what you're going to want to do is take out the hard drive in pieces. So this is the top of the hard drive, and you see that the interface is still there. Just flip this little guy up, and then you can take out the entire interface cable for the hard drive. So there are two components to the hard drive. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to ease off the headphone jack. Headphone jack is, like I said, it's very gentle, so you're going to want to kind of wiggle it, not too aggressive, because you don't want to have to break the block on the headphone jack. Set that aside. So all you're left with now is the main motherboard and the LCD and the interface and the touch-sensitive interface board. Again, you use your T6 screwdriver, and you'll have 6 screws. Go ahead and pull them all out. On this particular one, you're going to have a connection at the very side that you're going to release. It's what they call a pop connector. So take out all 6 screws. One is underneath the tape over here, so you're going to pull back the tape just a bit. So all you're left with now is the board inside its frame. And you're going to pull off the pop connector here. This is the only one that has that. You don't find these on the other versions. You pull up the pop connector, and again, you just remove the tape off of that thing, and then the entire board comes out. The entire board comes out. Okay, so all you're left with then is the LCD and the interface for the touch-sensitive navigation system. Okay, this is a very, very delicate LCD. So I always use my fingernail just to kind of pop up the connector on the LCD. You gotta be very gentle. This one here, probably of all the LCDs, is one of the most gentle ones you've got to be with, because it's got a very thin ribbon cable that runs to the LCD, and the other ones are a little bit more durable than this one. I'm going to go ahead and just pull this up very gently out of its frame, and there you have the LCD. So basically, this is a fully disassembled iPod 3rd generation. Thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you on the reassembly video.